Okay, so as marketers, we often have to come up with new ideas of how we can continue to profit our business or how we can keep our business growing. And then we have to decide which ones of those ideas or which one of those ideas is the best option. So how do we compare those ideas? Well, in today's world where the environment is more and more of a concern for most people, more and more companies are considering something called environmental impact in choosing which ideas they want to put into action. So how do we measure environmental impact? Well, there are different ways, as you can see here, but a common one, and maybe the longest running one that I know of, is what's called carbon footprint. So this is a way of looking at our activities from the sourcing of materials all the way to the use and disposal of our product and figuring out how much carbon is produced. Because most manufacturing and transportation and things of that nature involve creating some sort of air pollution or carbon emission. So if we can figure out how much each product idea or each activity produces in this harmful kind of emission, we can choose the option that's going to be best for the environment. Another way of measuring impact on the environment is through water use. Many manufacturing processes and even especially agricultural processes, but also just production of goods and then their transportation all use water in many different ways. So water can be used in the actual production process, or it can be used as an ingredient. But either way you look at it, if we can figure out how much water is needed to create a product, we can choose the best option for minimizing environmental impact. Lastly, just like I mentioned with carbon emissions or water use, any sort of manufacturing process is going to create some form of solid waste or waste of materials. If you make something, there's always going to be some amount of waste. But if you're clever about it or you find better ways to produce products, you can minimize that solid waste. And when you're considering product ideas, you can pick the one that naturally produces the least amount of solid waste. If we take these things into consideration, we can measure and estimate, but we can also minimize our environmental impact.